This is Maddie77 of Bottom Feeders Incorporated, and we're going to try recording audio again, which I've been having problems with all night. For Abzu, I had to put the last video up with no audio. I didn't want to leave it. Wow, the animation on the dolphins is pretty tight. I like how the lights are helpful, but in a non-intrusive way. It's really not something that happens. You don't use them a lot. In fact, I only think they show up for about the first third of the game. Which is another thing this game does. It changes things up enough as you go along that it's not, like, say it's 4 hours. I don't even think it's 4 hours. 2 hours. It's not 2 hours of this. It's half an hour of one thing, then half an hour where it kind of switches things up a bit, and it keeps doing that. So just when you think you've got it completely figured out, it throws something new at you. So it never really has a chance to get old, and then it ends. I really like the slipstreams. I was in there with him. Not sure if you saw it, but so I tried playing Project Cars earlier to see if it was something I'd like to do a video of. Nope. That game is not for me. Not a huge car game guy anyway. I mean, there's car games I like. I like some of the arcadey stuff. Not all of it. I don't care for Need for Speed or anything, but I like Onrush, though that's not truly a racing game. But I like Burnout. And I gotta be honest, when it comes to Sims, I like like the Forza Motorsport. I've never played the Forza Horizon, but I like Forza Motorsport a lot. Never really got into GT. But yeah, Project Cars is not for me. Yeah, this is when I went in that direction, not realizing it was just going to throw the same thing I had already seen at me. Well, that it was the one I already did. I should have noticed the manta rays. Or the fact that the blue light goes to the one that you should be doing. I think after this I get that though. But when you're swimming through in a relaxing game, it's not that big of a deal. is when I figured out how to spin it. We'll see. Yep. I noticed in video the trophy don't pop up, because I definitely had a trophy pop up for that. Not that that's a big deal, but I only remember because I was like playing around on that, pressing buttons, and I made it spin, and all of a sudden the trophy popped up from making it spin. I didn't know that was a trophy to begin with. It looks like I'm gonna meditate. I think the biggest thing, the most successful thing is with art games. And I'm not talking about all games that can be art. I take heavy gameplay ones out of it. I'd take The Last of Us, if you'd put that in there. I mixed on that. I wouldn't put it in this series. I'd take Shadow of the Colossus out of the discussion, though I am doing that for this series. But I mean these little smaller ones, the Everybody's Gone to the Raptures, the Abzus, the Gone Homes, the Journeys, the ones that specifically market themselves as art games. I think that what's important, especially the less gameplay you have, and this is, excuse me, another place where everybody has gone to the Rapture fails hard, is you've got to connect on an emotional level. I mean, connecting, not always on an emotional level, but connecting with somebody is one of the primary things that separates art from other media anyways. Like, movies that are art connect with people in a way that movies that are $10 entertainments don't. However, oh, I just got my little notification, Prey's installed. I'm gonna be doing Prey soon. Not for this, not for this series, but I am gonna be recording myself playing Prey. I plan on getting big into that game, actually. I played a little of it just to see what it was. It's blown away. But anyways, back to what I was saying is, for a game like this to work, or an experience, if you want to call it that, especially these ones that are only a couple of hours and are mostly non-gameplay, or at least non-traditional gameplay with no set traditional gameplay type goals, to really make it work, you have to connect. And the ones that have worked for me, like this, Journey, connect on an emotional level. This made me feel emotional. Journey made me feel emotional. Everybody Gone to the Rapture just made me feel like I was watching a movie, but add insult to injury, I had to walk in a game to get to each next part. And it wasn't a story I connected with. The character I connected with most was probably Jeremy. And Frank to a lesser degree, but even them, I connected with them most because just they were the least abrasive, jerky characters in the game. Is more than they had. It was more they had less bad qualities than everybody else versus them having redeemable qualities that made me drawn to them, I guess. Whereas in this, you don't care. It goes back to what I was saying about not knowing if the diver is male or female. Like, does it really matter? And I'm sure that's partly intentional, so you can project too, because you're the diver. You're the one down there doing all this, and your emotional connections with the world and the fish around you, not with your diver, but not with, like, it's not like there's Orville the orca who narrates a story as you go through either. Though you do make a specific fish friend later on. I don't want to give too much away till we get there, but I mean, you do make a friend, but even there, it's still all told within your experience and your interaction. It's not narrating anything at you or telling you what to do or how to feel. I guess that's a good way to put it, is a game like this narrates with you. Ones that do use cutscenes and whatever, but get a good connection, like Last of Us. Last of Us does narrate with you, but it also narrates to you, which can be fine. Whereas Everybody Who's Gone to the Rapture, to me, feels like it narrates at me. Like, it's just gonna narrate that story whether you want it or not. It's just gonna throw it at you. And if you want to get anything out of the game, you gotta stand there and watch it. And you might as well, because if you walk around, there's nothing else to do in its environment. I know, I'm still going on about that game, and we're done with that series and 2 videos into another one, but it just, I don't know, it just flummoxes me why they thought that would be a good idea to make an interactive experience like that, because there's nothing interactive about it, and it's any value it has as art is lost on me. I think we're coming up towards the end here. So, looks like we have audio back. If you did watch the last one, sorry that there was no audio. If you watched the last one and enjoyed it more, sorry that we got audio back, but we have audio back. This has been Matty77 of Bottom Feeders Incorporated, and until the next video, have a day.